We have Coach LaRiviere here. Coach, talk a little bit about the Head of Lake coming up on Sunday.
Yes, well, it's always the culmination of our fall season, and I think that, we're like a bunch of firemen, polishing our engines and practicing and going down to the boathouse every day, and it's going to be great to be able to race against some Pac-12 competition.
Is there any different kind of preparation going against rival Washington, who always has a strong program going into this weekend?
Yeah, they always do have a strong program, and no, there's not any special preparation. I mean, our whole goal is to always just try to put out whatever is our best on that particular day in that particular moment. So, I think it's what it does do is it's easy to get keyed up and ready to race when you know that, Pac-12 is so strong, and it's going to be the first time that Oregon State returns to race there in a few years as well. So I'm super excited to, get out there and see where we stand for fall. And then the other competition I think is going to be really strong is University of British Columbia, because we went and raced in Canada in beginning of October, and our top pair did really well, and they were only beaten by UBC pairs. So I think it's going to be a really good dust-up.
And then you just have kind of your team to compare to, but how would you say the team is doing this fall?
Well, they're working really hard. I think, it's always, this time of year in our program is all about just trying to get a lot of miles in and a lot of strokes, and so we don't really do very much race prep. It's just get really as fit as you possibly can, have a really good event to give ourselves some motivation heading into winter. But I think, it's that's kind of a hard question for me, because I always, there's always things that are going well and there's always things that could be better.
Yeah. And then can you just talk a little bit about how does the team train during the winter for the spring season?
Well, luckily we have the rowing tank that, we get out in that a little bit. We do a lot of ergometers, and, we'll go down to winter camp, and winter camp is a lot of rowing and a lot of hiking, and we go to Phoenix, and it's really a super fun way to start the year.
Great. Well, do you have anything else?
I had one more question. You kind of talked about it earlier, but how important is it for you guys in the fall to face these other Pac-12 schools and kind of see the competition that we face in?
Well, things are like what a lot of people, rowers understand, but what a lot of people are unfamiliar with is the distance for the spring racing is 2,000 meters, which is about 1.25 miles, and we'll race 5,000. We'll race 5K, and so in a lot of ways, the systems that you use, the physiological systems that you use to be successful, are completely different. So it's not, it's can predict a small, to a certain extent, but it's not really the same race. There's turns and there's potential home course advantage. There's turning. There's other crews that can be in the front or in the back of you. They could be crews that don't get out of your way. There's a whole bunch of variables that can happen on race day that just don't exist during our championship season. So it's kind of like NASCAR. There's shifting around, and there's tons of people in the cut, tons of boats in the cut, and it's a super fun spectator race because boats are going by every 5, 10, 15 seconds, and by the time they get to the bridge, they've 2/3 of the race is over, and so there's been a lot of shifting around, and boats going through and turning, and then there's a big turn, and so it's about as exciting as rowing gets until the championship.
Okay. Well, thank you, and good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you.